Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm gonna start like filming some little topics that I want to talk about. And today will be the first time I'm going to film one, so bear with me. But today we are going to be talking about men that seek out what is commonly known as a BBW. Now, if you don't know, a BBW stands for Big Beautiful Woman. I'm not too sure where the definition came from. It was created by somebody. I'll put it right here. So you guys can see where it came from. I did look it up and I did figure it out. Okay, so on Wikipedia, I have the site pulled up. Big Beautiful Woman, a euphemism for a bigger than the average size woman or plus size woman in the context of fetishism. Terms Big Beautiful Woman and BBW were coined by Carol Shaw in 1979 when she launched BBW magazine, a fashion and lifestyle magazine for plus size women. It says the term is subjective, visually determined concept that does not have an explicit lower or upper weight limitation, and many denote women who may be considered barely overweight to those who are morbidly obese. A 2009 study found that male fat admirers prefer females that were clinically overweight and rated both overweight and obese women more positively than slighter individuals. The study also found that participants reacted more positively to a much wider range of figures than a control group, even rating emancipated figures higher. It concludes, these findings suggest an explanation for fat admiration may be that FAs are rejecting social cultural norms of attractiveness. Alright, so after that boring spiel, but this is what was on Wikipedia. So I'm kind of interested now to see what this BBW magazine was, if it was aimed for plus size women. I'm actually going to look into that while editing this video or before I edit this video, and I'll add anything that I find in here also. Title of this video, a message basically for men that look for BBWs. It was more specifically, so I have a friend and me and her discuss this quite often, but you get on, I have dating sites set up. I don't really go on them. Probably about 5 or 6 years ago, I was more active on them, as far as like POF, Tinder, what else is there? Okay, Cupid. I think there's another one like Meet Me, or I don't know, I don't remember the name of it. I feel like it was Meet Me though. It was like originally intended for like college people that went to the same college to like kind of like stay together, almost like a Facebook thing, but it kind of quickly just turned into like a dating type of thing. I don't know, it's kind of weird. But anywho, so more specifically about people that are on these sites as well, and also I would say face-to-face, basically all. Now the more that I think about it, it's all interactions, right? So it's whether you're walking down the street, it's if you're on this dating site, whether you're digital or whether you're real in reality. So one thing that we discuss is just the fact that people get on this dating site, and mind you, it's a dating site. People have their preferences. They have, do you want to hook up? Do you want a relationship? Do you want a friends with benefits? Do you just want to be friends? Do you want to get married, etc., etc.? So it says those things and explains those things, and it wants you to basically, you know, put on there what you want so that it's easier for people to understand what you're interested in, what you're into. So it's just like, me and my friend talk all the time, because one of the very frustrating things about being a plus size woman is the fact that in our inbox constantly, it's like, oh, I love big women. Oh, a nice big BBW. Oh, I love fat girls. Or I love, it's just always something about BBW, fat, whatever it may be. And it's just like, my words to men that are on these sites doing this, some of them have dedicated their entire profile to saying BBWs only, I only like fat girls, BBW this, BBW that. That's fine. If that's what you want to do, have at it, man. Like, honestly. But advice to these men, or to you men, not that anyone's going to see this, but my advice to you is, if you want what you consider a BBW, I suggest you go to a BBW fetish site. And the reason I say this is because women that are on dating sites are like real women, and they want real men. They don't want a man who's going after them because they're fat. They want a man that's interested in what they have to offer, who they are, what kind of person they are, a potential future together, what you guys are going to do on the weekends, you know, stuff like that. They don't want, or we don't want, everything to be associated with the fact that we're fat or we're a BBW. Because women promote themselves or flaunt themselves or are proud of themselves and have high self-esteem as far as being a plus size woman, where there might be some women on that site that, you know, are proud. They're not ashamed to show their bodies. They're not ashamed to admit that they're plus size or that they're a BBW. It doesn't mean that they're different than other women. And it doesn't mean that they want you, who's going after them just for being fat or obese or overweight or a BBW, right? So it's more or less just like, me and my friend talk about it constantly, all the time, every time. Like, I'm not active on POF. I still have a POF account and I still have the app on my phone. I'm not active on it at all. I go on there because I like to see what's going to be in my inbox. And my friend, she's like active with it, right? And she'll be like, oh my gosh, I got another one. And I'm actually going to insert some clips, or insert some screenshots of messages that she's gotten. I'll obviously cover names for safety purposes, but I'm going to make sure I insert those, and I might as well do it now. It just like, and again, these are like free conversations, you guys. Like, there's kind of like no, I don't want to say there's no purpose for this video. It's just kind of me venting about a subject, about something that's been on my mind, that's been on a friend's mind, something that we kind of talk about, because I kind of want opinions and feedback. And, you know, I want to hear some conversation more or less about it. And I have a couple topics that I'm going to talk about and go from there, I guess. But yeah, it's just really frustrating being a female that goes on a dating site and you get in your inbox, oh, I love me a BBW. Ooh, look at you, you nice thick BBW. Ooh, fat girls, I want me some fat girl. Whatever, like, whatever the case may be. Like, don't go on a dating site expecting a woman to respond to you if you say that to her. That's my advice to you. If you are into fat chicks, if you're into BBWs, hit up a BBW fetish site. That's the best advice I can give to you. Because BBW is associated with the fetish. A lot of people disagree with that. A lot of people characterize themselves as a BBW. If that's what you choose to do, that's fine. I personally don't like being referred to as a BBW because it is looked at as a sexual term. Just call me fat, call me overweight. Don't call me BBW. On POF, for instance, the like body part instead of it saying like, it literally says big and tall / BBW. So like you can't even put overweight, you can't put obese, you have to put in BBW. And I think they're trying to do it to make it a nicer version of saying that you're fat, but it also comes with like connotations of like being able to get referred to as a BBW on the site, and I think that's kind of what throws me off. I'm not too sure what other dating sites have. I only remember POF because that's one I kind of looked at before filming this video, because I have the app on my phone still. But it's just really frustrating. It's really annoying, and it's almost like, do you want to be in a relationship with somebody that inboxes you, I love me some BBW? It's like, okay, thanks. Like, if that's the topic of conversation, I think it's time to change the topic, or it's time to talk to somebody else. Because me personally, if all you can say to me is I love me some BBW, no, this is done. It's a wrap. It's over. Especially if my profile says looking for a relationship. I don't want a relationship with someone whose first words to me is I love me some BBW. Just saying. Okay, well, I've said what I've had to say. I didn't expect this to be a very long video. It was just me venting, getting some things out, having some conversation, and waiting for your feedback. So please let me know what your opinion is on this. As far as like, if you're a man, do you think that it's a smart idea to go on a dating site looking for BBWs? If you are a woman, does it bother you when you get these in your inbox? Do you enjoy them? Do you find them, do you take them as compliments? What's your viewpoint on it? Do you have a viewpoint on it? If you don't care, you don't care, Can't change that. Alright guys, I will see you next time, and thank you so much for watching. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel and like this video to keep me going, and for further videos. I greatly appreciate it, and I will talk to you guys later. Alright, bye.